Sorry for the intro, or thank you for indulging me. I have a number of characters that I'm just about ready to do builds for. Another Blaster, another Dominator, my very first controller. But before I do those, I wanted to get this out of the way because this character, Charnel, she's a dark tank and has become just one of my favorites. And some of you may be wondering, like, hey, you already did a dark tank. Which is true, but counterpoint, this is my house and I do what I want. When I started playing on Excelsior, I could not get the name Lady Nightstar, and I was unwilling to change her name in any way, so I needed to come up with a different character to be my dark tank. After playing my solo defender and kind of falling in love with the skulls, I came up with this character. She's even got like a backstory, and she's just been a lot of fun. You know, in the process of creating this new character, I kind of had a chance to go through Lady Nightstar's build and see what I could do differently. Not a whole lot has changed, but she feels tougher. Maybe it's just my imagination. Before I get into that, I just want to point out I frequently get comments from people who are saying that they are actually new to City of Heroes. In the year 2024 of our Lord Satan,
Believe with me, and I will take away your fear.
There are new players joining City of Heroes. It's wild. If you're new to City of Heroes, or now maybe you've been playing for a while, but you are struggling to understand the nuances of the enhancement system, I just want to point out that Dark Current, another YouTuber who does City of Heroes builds and gameplay, is currently, as I record this video, has just uploaded another installment in a series of videos walking through the entire process of building a character using Mids Reborn, which is a tool that if you want to build a character that is going to thrive in this game, I think it's almost essential. He's walking through his entire process, his thought process behind taking powers, behind slotting them, behind choosing which enhancement sets to use. If you're new or you're struggling with that system, like, I would strongly encourage you to go watch those videos, because I don't go into that much detail in my videos. With that preamble out of the way, let us get into it. So, Dark Embrace just has 4 unbreakable guards. Murky Cloud, another 4 unbreakable guards. Obsidian Shield has 3 Aegis, and then the Gladiator's armor unique. Dark Regeneration, so this is one item of difference. Before I was using, I forget what it's called. Before I was using one of the heal sets, the one that has the Absorb proc in it. I've changed that out to just do a full Theft of Essence set. Death Shroud is taking the Superior Might of the Tanker set, and that is mostly just to keep this chance for plus resistance going at all times. As long as I have enemies around me, that will be triggering. Cloak of Darkness, Luck of the Gambler, Global Recharge, Shield Wall unique, Kismet 2-hit unique, and Reactive Defenses unique. Shadow Maul 6 obliterations. Siphon Life has 6 superior blistering cold. Touch of Fear, once again this is slotted to be just a proc bomb. I've got a few eradication. One of them is the chance for energy damage. The glimpse of the abyss, chance for psionic damage. Cloud senses, chance for negative energy damage, and Siroko's dervish, chance for lethal damage. Soul drain. This is taking 5 Armageddons. One of them is the chance for fire damage, and then this is a new thing that I'm trying. I don't know why it never occurred to me to put the Gaussian's synchronized chance for buildup in it, but it never occurred to me for whatever reason. So I'm trying it. It doesn't seem to fire off as often as I would expect, and maybe it just has to do with the cooldown on Soul Drain or the fact that it's an AoE. I don't know. I don't know the math behind it. But I'm trying it anyways, because getting a build-up every now and then can be fun. For dark consumption, I'm sticking with... Oh, shit. Every time I do a build video, I find some stupid mistake. 1 second. I gotta fix that. For those of you who don't know, with these winter sets, much like the archetype ATO sets, they come in 2 forms. There's the standard version, and then there's an upgraded version. And the problem is, even though these are all 3 from the same set, because one of them is not the upgraded one, it is not applying the bonus. So I have 3 slotted, but I'm only getting the 2 slot bonus from these 2. This should be like that. Sometimes it's just hard to notice the color difference. Before I started recording this, I noticed that my entire Midnight Grasp was still using the lesser version. And I fixed that, but I didn't notice that one. So that's fixed. I should probably check to make sure that nothing else is fucked up. Anyways, dark consumption. I'm sticking with using this as kind of a proc bomb. So it's getting the 3... See, look at that. I was missing out on 6% fire and cold resistance. That's not gonna make or break the build, but you know, it's still significant. So 3 superior avalanche, eradication, chance for energy damage, perfect zinger, chance for psionic damage, fury of the gladiator, chance for resistance debuff, midnight grasp, 6 superior gauntleted fist, health and stamina standard issue, Namina's miracle panacea, performance shifter procs, all around. Combat jumping, just the luck of the gambler, global recharge, super jump, blessing of the Zephyr, knockback reduction. And then this is one change that I made. Before, she was taking Dark Obliteration for an extra AoE, and I decided to go with Spring Attack because I've just been having a lot of fun with this power. It's just fun, and it's kind of funny to use. It's getting 3 superior avalanche, obliteration, chance for smashing damage, Serapis Dervish, chance for lethal damage, force feedback, chance for plus recharge. Because this does knockdown, you can put the force feedback chance for recharge in it, and that can help a little bit with lowering the cooldown on dark consumption, maybe a little bit on soul drain. Soul drain recharge is pretty fast. Dark consumption has a very long recharge, so every little bit helps. And spring attack, it does more damage than dark obliteration, and it does the knockdown, which is, always welcome as far as damage mitigation goes. Tough has steadfast protection, resistance, and 3% defense unique. Also the steadfast protection, knockback protection. Impervious skin, status resistance and regeneration. Weave, the Luck of the Gambler global recharge, and then Gloom has 6 superior Winter's Bite. And I think this is different. I was doing like some procs in Gloom, and I've just traded that out for this full winter set, just for all the bonuses that it gets, you know. I think that's it as far as powers go. So, if you want, go get yourself a drink, maybe a nice coffee, while I spend the next 5 minutes firing up all of these toggles. I can't forget my spider. Hi, Lucy. Yeah, there's one of the champions. We go ahead and get Darkest Night on this guy. The Soul Drain into Dark Consumption into I'm not close enough. I'll just do Judgment. Well, these guys didn't even show up for the party. I guess I'll heal up a little bit. This was going to be a double feature video because I have made changes to my dark armor tank and also my bio armor tank. I was just gonna show both of those. The bio armor tank, after I spent a fortune updating all of her enhancements, I took her into this exact mission, the Defeat Champions of Mott. And that build completely shit the bed. I was very unhappy. So that led me to looking back at willpower again. So I'd been messing around with willpower and kind of realized that my old willpower build just had all the wrong incarnate stuff. Although, I guess to be fair to myself, all of those selections were chosen years ago before they had buffed all of these endgame groups. A Banished Pantheon never hit as hard as they do now. The same goes for Council. And obviously Council, you know, the Warwolves are a whole another fucking thing. You know, and so I imagine that I had no reason to not take Assault and get some extra damage on my tanks, whereas now, you know, you pretty much need to take either melee or support Ageless Radial for the debuff resistance. Pretty much essential to survive. A lot of these groups, Banished Pantheon especially, their debuffs are heinous. So the new build, the new willpower build that I've been working on, seems to be doing pretty well, just as long as I, you know, take the right incarnate stuff. Well, maybe I need to go back to that bioarmor tank and check to make sure that I'm using the right incarnates. That has been a really unfortunate problem for me. Just the other day, I was making my hybrid on one of my characters, and I made the wrong one because I'm a silly goose. I meant to make the melee Gradiel, and I made the melee core. Oh, this is a whole nother group, isn't it? Yeah. It's early. I have not even finished my first coffee. I recently did that Q&A video, but there were a few questions that I missed. They were from FFFF. It sounds even funnier to just say it out loud. And he asked, are any of your characters a Mary Sue, aka a City of Heroes representation of yourself? I guess that depends on what you mean. The one that comes to mind is I do have the character Desecratrix, who, for lack of a casting idea, I just kind of made her look as close as I could. And then she got wings, and then she just became a monster completely. So I guess maybe. I don't know. What one thing in City of Heroes would you change? If you could change it absolutely and effectively, I would redo every fucking arc, every contact arc in the game, starting from level 1. It kind of boggles my mind that hasn't been done. I think I've mentioned this before, not as a slight against the Homecoming team, just against, City of Heroes was around for quite a while. They had plenty of time to improve that experience. There's no reason that you shouldn't be able to, just starting from level 1, just go through contacts and level up that way and do the story arcs and have meaningful mission rewards, Give out the archetype origin enhancements as, rewards for completing some of these story arcs, and make the arcs interesting and get rid of the filler shit. Like, just get rid of the street hunting and the go click on a telephone booth. No one wants to do that. It's not fun. Younger people wouldn't even know what that is. Are any of your characters male or of a different gender, and have you RP'd as such? Have you roleplayed as such? Yes. But I do have a couple of male characters. Well, I guess one is technically a robot. He just has a male body. And now that I think of it, the other one's an alien. Like, literally a gray alien. So I don't know. I don't know if that counts. And no, I have not roleplayed as a guy. I've noticed that, when I'm fighting groups like the Banished Pantheon, I do a lot less cussing than I do when I fight the Council. And there may be something to that. There's also just the fact that I'm not super... Oh, I can't jump. Okay. I guess we're just gonna fight him here. I have not read up on all the changes that they've done to these villain groups, and I don't know what it is specifically that the Banished Pantheon do, what each individual, enemy type does. I know they do a lot of debuffing. It seems like some of their attacks just seem to ignore resistance and defense. I'm not saying that that is the case, it seems like it. That's one of the reasons that I started coming to Dark Historia to kind of test the survivability of, my tanks, because even though I'm benefiting from the level shifts, the incarnate level shifts, these enemies do so much in the way of debuffs, and they do so much damage that it almost kind of doesn't matter that you have level shifts. They will still fuck you up. So yeah, there were a couple times when my health dropped a little bit, but it's nothing that Darker Generation can't handle. And that's kind of just how Dark Armor plays. Like your health pool is just a resource to be used. So yeah, I love this character. I think next up I have another origin story that I want to do, and I was hoping to do it this weekend. I don't know that I can. This week has been busy, and this weekend is looking to also be busy, so I'll do what I can. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so very much. I truly appreciate you, and I hope you have just a lovely day.